Big news in South Africa right now. Possibly one of the biggest trending story in our country. The DA leader.
So the official opposition leader.
The official opposition leader, Mmusi Maimane, Mmusi Maimane, resigned.
Can I explain the timeline? Because it's very, very quick timeline.
Well, yeah, we got timeline. We got three things going on. We got Zilla, we got the mayor of Joburg,
Yes.
we've got Trollip and Maimane all stepping down within the space of a week.
Yes,
So
Zilla getting elected.
Zilla coming back.
Zilla gets elected. She
Yes.
comes back, right? So
That was when?
That was like a week ago, almost a week, 2 weeks ago. So it was like very, very quick. So pretty much she was in retirement. Then all of a sudden it's like, nah, fam, I'm not in retirement anymore.
Are you suggesting that triggered the whole thing?
Well, I think it is significant. The timing is like a week later. It's like, I'm gone. He was the future, the DA, and it's a week later. Zilla's back.
Yeah.
A week later, I'm like, check you later. You know.
So Zilla comes back. The DA is talking about not like working in coalitions with like parties like the EFF. Maimane Mashaba steps down as mayor of Joburg, resigns from the party. Mmusi Maimane at that meeting says, "You're a hero, well done, and everything for what you've done." And then like you go a few days later. Mmusi Maimane steps down as leader of the DA, and then so does Ethel Trollip. He stepped down from the federal chair. And then the next day, because he was still going to stay in parliament, be a member of the party, the next day there were rumors that, hey, they're going to kick him out. They're going to, motion of no confidence, no longer leader of the opposition. So because of what he said, and we'll get to what he said. So then instead of allowing them to do that, he just nope, resigns from the party. Ethel Trollip also resigns from the party.
Yeah.
So now Maimane Mashaba, Maimane, and Trollip are no longer in the DA.
So can you give a bit of background to who Trollip is? Because most of our listeners might think it's a plant. But it's like a tulip.
Had some trollop in my salad yesterday.
It's like, oh, you got burned. Put some trollop on it, trollop oil. So Ethel Trollip, he was a long time guy in the DA. He's trained a lot of the new guys coming up.
Yeah.
And he was the former removed mayor of mayor, not a mayor, that's a horse. Mayor of the Nelson Mandela Bay Metropole. So that's still like a dog show, like because everyone's trying to fight for leadership there. But he used to be sitting on that after the election, and then the EFF with the UDM, I think, ousted him.
But let's talk about Peter. Maybe you want to comment. Mmusi making a very I would say damaging comment towards the party, saying
it hurt,
DA is not the party to make a unified South Africa. This is, as he's stepping down, he goes for a comment and he says, a unified non-racial South Africa, the DA is not the party to bring that through. And
paraphrasing that, of course, because
yes, he didn't say it exactly like that,
but pretty close.
Yeah. So
I think it's interesting because in what he said, he spent how long building in a vision for this party. And believing in it.
I can tell you
and
how
living.
long, but it's a question for I barely know that.
Oh, okay. And I think
I know it.
I think that is significant in itself because he was the party. He was living it out. He became the leader because of that.
Yeah.
And he was shown to have the right vision and believing in everything. And for him to be like, okay, I'm out, and then just to like lay that down is, I don't know. I want to read in more to it and say, okay, cool, you're just like hitting it while it's down and leaderless in that moment. And is it a way of saying, okay, cool, you know, is he saying this is done, this is not what the future looks like, and it's not with this party, and saying, okay, see me in a few months, I'm gonna have my own party.
Okay.
They've denied claims for that so far, but you never know.
I mean,
But I mean, this is the future of the DA at stake, because that when the leader of the party steps down, that's a sign. Number one.
Yeah.
Number two, he then badmouths the party, but speaks his honest opinion of what he thinks that party isn't the one.
Yeah. There's two things I want to point out here. Just the manner in which he did speak out. Like if you watched parts of the actual resignation speech, and just the way he did it, he was saying like, I was here, I've worked this, like I put my heart and soul into this. Maybe this isn't the place for this vision. So like he framed it as that. And what makes this very, very significant is that this is coming from the first black leader of the DA, a party that's been seen to cater mainly to minorities. And now they were trying to open up the image, and all of a sudden their first black leader's like, hey guys,
that's not a good, that's
people
a stain.
aren't like, it doesn't seem like these people are progressive enough to be able to. So that's rough. It's
absolutely.
Well,
it's
here's a comment.
dark time for
Here's
South
a
African
comment he
Parliament.
made in his resignation. He said, "This extended to the smear campaign that was run on the front pages of an Afrikaans weekly paper in an attempt to destroy my name and integrity."
Yeah, shame. I felt sorry for him for that.
Yeah, but then he's also putting the word Afrikaans out there,
Yes.
which is very dangerous because let's be honest, in South Africa right now, majority of DA voters are. You probably say Afrikaans.
Are they still? Because like a lot of them went to the Freedom Front Plus. Remember we were like the first episode still we were talking about the split.
I
and, like,
remember that,
how
yeah.
the
But you
VF
still-
Plus like
but-
went huge gains.
4%
Gains,
total,
baby.
but only 4% total vote against DA's 20% total vote. I think.
Yeah, but like if you track of like they were expecting to gain because the ANC lost. If you track what they were supposed to get and everything, all of that went to the Freedom Front Plus.
Sure.
Pretty much, roughly. So it was a rough time.
What I would like to say though, if Maimane is thinking of starting his own party, I'm for that because I think there is a lot of validity in that. Because if you look at the EFF a few elections ago, they were nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Started this thing, and then boom, they get 15 seats in the parliament, like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that is. I mean, it shows you that the nation that's voting,
Yeah.
that is eligible to vote, is actively looking
Sure.
for another answer.
Do you think it could work though? Because like if you look historically, the EFF is like a fringe case. So you had the UDM split from the ANC, you had COPE split from the ANC, and they all had great showings the first election, and then come second election, like their support's dwindling. The EFF's the only one who's
They've gone up.
different. Yes. So the EFF is like the one exception almost.
Yeah. They're
Sure.
the only party not
Sure.
dwindling and the.
Yes. So you had a few other breakaways, and yes, they were all ANC breakaways. But do you think a DA breakaway could work?
I think so.
Do you think so?
I think so. I think people are frustrated. They're looking for answers. They're looking for whoever can carry a vision. They're looking for people to stand up and fight for them in the way that they believe needs to happen. And I think if a new option arises,
A good
I
new
think-
option.
a good new option, I think it can steal votes from either party.
Yeah, no, that could be a possibility.
It might not be significant at now, but even if there are 15 seats in the House or something like that.
Yeah, just chipping away at that majority that the ANC holds.